All right. Hey everyone. Hope you're cool. Hope everything is well with you. My apologies for coming on a bit late. I don't know what happened on my end. I was expecting certain things to happen and it did not happen. Anyway, I don't have a clock in my brain, so I'm just maybe like 1 minute off. So my bad on that one. Hope you guys are cool. Hope everything is well with you. As in case you're joining this live, my name is Yazart. I'm an artist and author. I do love to draw, I do love to write, I do love to do a host of other things. One of what are we doing today, which are we doing today, which is drawing this art piece and completing this piece today. So depending how much time I spend on this might be my last piece for the day. But let's see how that goes. Welcome to the channel. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to follow me, don't forget to send me a chat and tell me how you feel. Hope you guys are having a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world, wherever you're joining me from. Hope you're cool. Hope everything is well with you. Hope your family is well. Hope your life is well. A lot of things beyond our control, and of course, I can't really ask more of you to have yourselves the best possible time. So without further ado, let's get stuck into things. So in my last presentation, I applied this layer, which I'll be taking off at the moment. I'll apply it at the end of things when I feel like I'm done. I think I have a rough idea what I want to do now. I always say that, but it's not the same as when you actually have to go in and do something. So let's type in the final component of this piece. As you can see, it says rain. Yay! So we're going to do rain. That was a hidden piece. So just in case you're wondering where I was going with this piece, that's where we're going with it. So prior to that, or is it maybe? I'm thinking no. Maybe I'll do it. No, I'll do it on a different layer. So I'll do that rain. So I think I'm going to have a bunch of different layers. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We have a lot of layers here now. I'm just looking at the number of layers I have. I don't want to have too many, but I feel like I need a bunch of different layers. I need a rain layer, and I'll need a puddle layer, and I'll need a shadow layer. Just thinking on the fly what I'm gonna do. Puddle. So let's put puddle. Then I'm gonna put the shadow. The shadow. So you gotta watch that movie. That movie was pretty cool. So basically, I'm just gonna make rain, shadow, shadow, rain, rain, shadow. Let's say rain, shadow. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start off with maybe the hardest one, which is probably puddle. I always like to hit the hardest one first. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go select a decent brush that can give me fine details. I can kick things off from there. So one of the things I want to mention is you guys about giving your life to Christ, because these are the last days. These are the end times. It's a very, very key period. In fact, ever since Christ left, it's been the end times. And basically, I'm mentioning this because of the importance of things. You need to know where your soul is. You need to know where you're going, how your life is going to be while you're on earth. God can help you with so many different things if you just give your life to Him through His Son, Yeshua. So yeah, it would be best that you guys give your life to Christ and let Him change you, let Him change your life, let Him make things the best possible way for you. So I cannot in good conscience come here every day and not say what I know to be the truth, as has been the case in my life. I have a lot to learn. A lot of people have ideas of who I am as a person. I don't necessarily agree with what I say is that I do have many things to learn, and I grow every day. So be certain that God will always be here to help you grow, as long as you're willing to do so. That you're willing to change, abandon that life that you think is so special, a life of sin, and embrace a life of righteousness, through salvation in Christ. Once Christ saves you, you be baptized by the Holy Spirit, and then you have the power to become one of His children. So that's how it works, So it's all a free gift. It's not something that you have to go through anyone to get. Jesus Christ is the author and finisher of our faith. You just have to go through Him. You have to go through any man. Don't be deceived by what you see anywhere on TV or anywhere else. Christ is the only way to the Father. So yeah, I just have to mention that, guys. So I'm looking at this now. I'm trying to see the size of my puddles. So I have selected the shade of gray, and I'm going to see if I can do something here that makes any sense. So let me see what the size of it looks like. So I think that is big enough. That might be a good size. Yep. One of the easiest way for me to have done this is to have some kind of stamp. A stamp tool that can help me to just do this ad nauseum, but today I guess we have to do it by hand, so let's go that route, right? Hope you guys are cool. Thank you for joining the live. Don't forget to visit my website, which is at yazart.me, which is yazart.me. I have a lot of wonderful stuff on there I'm sure you'd love. Just feel free to go on there and have a look around. Thank you for joining the live again. So I'm just gonna keep on with this. Try and keep the shapes more or less the same. So try and keep them different. One of the things I can do is to make multiple layers, but that can result in unpredictable behavior. So I don't want a situation where maybe I draw a bunch of them that I'm going to use, create multiple layers, and I can merge those layers. So that should work. I just hope it's not going to cause me memory issues. Ironically, I have a decent amount of memory on my rig, so I'm not really sure why it does that, but I'm not a developer. I'm not someone who makes software like these. I don't really know why it does it, but it is what it is. I'm not complaining. Maybe you guys can come in here and enjoy the show. That's what matters. Nothing else matters. Okay. I'm trying to make it as random as possible, so if I'm gonna copy it, make my life easier. I might also shorten the live as well. So let me see how that goes. Okay, let's draw another one here. By the way, I like this color, this shade I selected. I think it's decent.
I need a scarecrow after what you did, 'cause all of the birds know that I'm almost dead. I'm barely breathing, I'm barely awake.
So I'm just gonna keep drawing these.
There's no more to break. Don't wake me up, not in this century. Don't.
Let me see what the concentration looks like. Is it decent concentration? Yeah. I shouldn't forget also to show like the rain dropping as well onto it. Maybe that's what I'll do on a different layer.
I need an angel after what you did.
Yeah, so that's like the rain dropping, droplets of rain. It's
You mess with my head.
in between these, so it forms a ripple.
You said that you'd be there, but this never ends.
I'm gonna do one more, and we're gonna copy and spread this and just hope that my still holds up.
'Cause you're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost, you're never there. You're just a memory on my lips. 'Cause you're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a
When the rain is just hitting the ground, hitting the puddle, I guess, right?
You're just a
I might drawing this by the way. Let me see. Yeah, so
just a ghost inside my head.
right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna make a copy of that layer. I'm gonna put the puddle layer away, hide it. Take it and put it in my group. Right, so that's in my group now. Back to the backup I made. That's a puddle, right? Drill. Right, so let me see. Let me try and figure out how many I need. I need probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Probably 7 of them at the very least. Right, so let's get first and foremost. Let me try and make sure everything is all saved. Okay, now I can go and duplicate those layers. Right, so I've made 7 of them. I'm gonna move the first one. Oh, that one there. Do the third one. Selecting the one below that now. Moving the fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Right, so I think I could go back to the top. And I'm gonna do some more copies. I think maybe like 1 or 2 more. Right. Before I do anything else, let's try and do a bit of save. Hopefully, any issues with that. what we went through. So yes, yes, yes. Right. So let me try and move this one down now and see how it goes. Let's go. Let's try again. Let me check something. Yeah, I'm layer 8. Should be able to move it around. Oh, I think. Yeah, so I copied the latter layer. That means I moved it somewhere else. Let me move it. Yeah, so I'll move it here because that is in a different spot.
Down the rabbit hole again, and as I fall I can feel the pain. You can't tell me where to go, so I don't know, I just go with the flow.
Made another copy, so move that one over to here, and we should be pretty much good. Need some overlap, but that will cause maybe some slight realism because of the clashes and so on and so forth. Now, what I need to do now is collapse those layers. Just quickly check one or two things. So layers collapsed. Layers was that was successful. I say it was successful and good. Let me collapse these layers and then go from there. So they're all now on one layer. You can see I can make them brighter, but I want it to be a bit on the muted side, to be honest. I'm going to call this Huddle 1. And that's all she wrote. That's how you get raindrops on the pavement. So one thing I should do now is to think about something else. There's rain, there should be reflection, there should be other stuff as well to make it. I'm trying to think how I'm gonna depict that, because these drops are smaller than I can actually just go in and just start doing whatever. And even if I did those, I don't think they'll be noticeable, but that's not my mantra. I focus on doing what I think is best, and I add the details I want to add, regardless of whether it's going to get noticed or not. So, yeah. I'm just trying to think, what else can I add to this? Yeah, I need to do the rain. Maybe I should just focus on doing the rain. I can come back to the puddle later. Rain is gonna be a bit of a minefield, but maybe I can use the same methodology I used before. Just do a section and then just copy it over everything else. So basically, I think I'm going to just focus on doing the rain now, and maybe I'll brush up on this section of things afterwards and go from there. So let's go to the rain section. I don't want to lose this color I've selected for the puddle. I think it's a good color. I think it might also work for the rain, so it should be a good color. Just trying to figure out how we're gonna go about this. Here comes the rain. I can see the rain. Right. I'm gonna see where the rain is so I can actually know what I'm doing. Houston, we have a problem. When I go to the sky, the rain looks kind of dark. Looks kind of dark. Oh gosh, I should have tested this before I tried it. Not work in my favor? I don't even know. If it doesn't go in the environment, then it looks decent. There's a great component to this color, so and to be fair, when you look against the sky, you don't really see the rain, do you? So it's kind of accurate, if that makes any sense. I could just do everything myself rather than trying to duplicate whatever. Or maybe this section would, I can always delete that section. Just focus on this section of the character. Just stick with that. So right, so this brush is not really pressure sensitive. I would have loved it to be, so I can have some kind of tapering effect with the rain, because the drop side should be bigger than the tail. That would give it a bit more flair, more pizzazz. I don't think the rain should be on him like this, to be honest. I think I'm gonna have to erase those sections. Well, it's all good. Let me just do the whole thing. Let me see which of these makes any sense, which doesn't. I've not done this sort of scene before. Just what I thought of doing. In my head, went free for a while, so I figure out how we're gonna pull it off. And yeah, that's what we're doing now. So everything is experience. The more you do stuff like this, the more experience you get doing stuff like this. So you have an idea how you want to pull it off next time, what you can improve on. I've done the water scene before, on these lives. I had it seen. I'll be putting my stuff on YouTube soon, so you guys can go back and watch my other stuff as well. I've been seeing that has to do with a river, 2 young people on that river, and it involves water. So the way I depicted the water is very different from how people would expect, but that's my own rendition and I'm proud of it. So yeah, so if you want to see it, I will be. I think it's been cleared off Twitch in over 7 days, and already the majority of what you're going to be seeing now is what I have going right now, and this should be finishing today. So you have another 7 days to go through the whole series at your own leisure and feel and tell and ask yourself any questions you have about the series. And of course, you know I'm here, so you can tell me whatever you want to tell me that you feel is useful for you, useful for me, or useful for anyone else. Or you can go from there. Use overlay. I'm not sure if overlay is the best thing for this because now I'm seeing the highlights better, and I think I like the highlights like this. And I think the overlay thing is kind of killing those highlights. Having said that, it's a look, you know, so it's something that it's something that I can't say is bad or whatever, you know, because at the end of the day, that's life. Right, so I am thinking I'm probably gonna erase the rain on him and then try and do like a bit of a spatter effect on him if I can pull it off without it being too comical or too manga-y, if that makes sense. Too anime. So I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna accomplish that without making it too anime. I don't draw anime. I draw my style. I have my own style of drawing, and it's something I've developed over the years. And like I told you before, I don't really have a style per se. That means I don't really have a set way of doing things. You may look at 2 of my art pieces and you think that this same person draw this. Because you think to yourself, I don't really draw a certain way, and then you look at something else, you wonder, did I really draw this? I know because I asked myself the same question. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that I don't really have a style. And I'm very proud of the style, my no style. So, yeah, everybody needs to have their own style. That's why I'm bringing this up, because you need to believe in your style, you need to believe in yourself, believe in what you're doing, have faith in what you're doing. Understand that everything in life is for a reason. Everything that you do in life is for a reason. Okay. So the spatter, I was thinking about doing it on a different layer, but I might not be doing that now. It'll be supposed to requirement. I don't think I might need the whole shadow thing as well because of how small the rain is. Maybe I will try and do some reflections. I think it wouldn't hurt to do that. Give it a bit more realism. So overall, I think it looks cool, but the rain is raining on him per se, right? So let me see if I can just put spatter on him. I should have it on a different layer so I can just delete what I need. supposed to be water, right? Let me just zoom in so I can do a better job of it so it doesn't look too tacky. Because it's actually raining on the kid, raining on this young man, so it should be dripping off him. That's how rain tends to work. I'll check one or two things. Good. That's about right. Yeah, come to think of it, he should be in the water, shouldn't he? Yeah. So, there's water collecting next to him.
We grew apart, I made a mistake, but I'll try to make it up to you, my darling. Ooh. I wanna be a real wonder. Heaven lifts me up from under. Wishing I could be somehow stronger now, so I can find a way out of pain.
So as you can see, this drawing is growing on its own. I'm just remembering things, how things are when it comes to nature and God made and all this stuff, you know. I'm just applying it as I remember them, because it's very important to give that layer of realism to what you're doing. Because if it's lying down and it's raining, then it's like you're going to be surrounded by water. You're going to have water on him. You're going to have a hell of a lot on him, innit? It's a learning experience for me, and I hope it is for you. For those of you who are afraid of doing digital art, get over it. Don't be afraid of digital art, man. It's something that you can do. You can just wake up and just pick up your tablet. You have one. If you don't have a tablet, use a mouse. Start with that. Don't give up. Never, ever give up. Once you do that, then your foot is in the door, right? Don't give up, man. Just believe in yourself, believe in what you're doing, believe in the fact that God has a purpose for you. And I always keep saying this because it's the truth. You're not just some random blip in the world, some random blip in the universe. And you are the center of the universe. You are the center of God's eye. You know, you're the apple of God's eye. Don't forget that. One of the things I have to tell you as well, being here. Yeah. So multi-purpose. I like to multitask. This is very important, even more important than what I'm drawing here, which is for you to know that God loves you. Don't forget it. Never, ever forget it. Oh, this kid is wet. I feel wet just looking at him. But so I'm just trying to corral some of this. But I don't want to miss the highlights. I don't want to mess with the highlights too much. I wanted to kind of complement the highlights, if that makes any sense. So I don't think there's anything else I actually need to do here now, actually. So, a bunch of people walking around them like it doesn't exist. Just in the rain. Doing his thing.
We're under pressure, we're sinking in like stormy weather, can't seem to breathe.
Okay, so just trying to do one or two. Okay. I'm just trying to think what else. So I can I can mess around with some fog. And should forget the reflections we mentioned before. Radio, so let's try and do that now. I have to select different brush. I'm gonna go for my my opaque brush. So I'm not really doing anything super artistic. I'm just gonna mess around, because I love messing around with the environment. Like, if you notice, guys, I have free reign to do whatever I want when I finish my art. I can just change everything that's been done, or I can just keep everything as is. It just depends on what we're trying to get. So if you notice with what I'm doing here, right, is your idea is tantamount to what you end up with. So you shouldn't be too concerned about what your stuff looks like when you're actually drawing it. Don't let it press you. Just draw what you need to draw, and then at the end of it, you can just put an overarching layer and just go ham. Did I not say this before? You can do that, and you can just do whatever you want. It's your drawing. No one should tell you what your drawing should look like, what it should be like, nobody. So I don't know if I should use a pure white, because pure white is what I use for reflections, and then I know how I go about it. As you guys have seen me do previously, I will use the opacity, of course, and then, well, you're gonna see it now. I typically do this stuff in post. I'm gonna do it here anyway, so that you guys can see my process. I don't know if this should go before or beyond. I think I'll use this. I don't think I'll use it for anything else. Might as well use it. I know it says rain shadow, but I'm gonna use it for reflections, because I can't do rain shadows on puddles this small, so there's no point adding volume to it because it's too small. I'm going to just do an overall reflection and go from there and see how that goes. I think I've selected my brush, right? So let me just select the color. I'm going to go pure white. Okay. Right, it should go behind everything else. Did I select the brush? Nope, I did. Okay, let's try it now. You guys are wondering what on earth is happening right now. Oh man, you guys are not used to me still. But yeah, this is how I roll, man. I just do things I feel like doing. Thank God. Give me the opportunity to be here with you guys. So, as you guys are joining me, I'm Yazard. I'm an artist and author. I love drawing, as you can tell. I love writing as well. Something that I take a lot of pleasure doing, as God empowers me to do. Feel free to follow me, feel free to like my stuff, feel free to send me a chat. I'm here for a bit more time today, contingent on when I finish this piece, which I should have finished yesterday pretty much. I said let me come back and just do my post work here. A lot of stuff I do here I tend to do in post, so I'm just doing it to show you guys. Just doing it to show y'all. It's done. You don't have to be perfect. You can see I left some spaces in there. That might end up working in my favor in terms of a different kind of look. They might not. I don't know. I tend to be more on the positive side of things than negative, so I believe it will be a good look. That's my hope. Because I don't know how some people do it. They seem to know exactly what they're going to get when they're drawing. I, for one, do not. So I just do what I can and just make the best of what I have. A lot of stuff I do here on Twitch, I try to go above and beyond just to see if I can make maybe not to see if I make a mistake, because there's no such thing as mistake in drawing. That's the point of what I'm trying to also show as well, that there's no mistake in drawing. You don't have to beat yourself up just because you don't get a certain look. Doesn't mean that you should look down on yourself. So that's what I'm here to show you guys. It is possible to have yourselves a decent drawing without trying to be Mr. Perfect. That's a decent shade. Let me make a backup of it and then see. So I'm gonna go a bit lower, if that makes any difference. Maybe I should use the blend mode. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what works. I love it to be super muted. That looks decent. Not sure that's exactly what I want, but I do like that. Look, I'm gonna delete the other one. Prefer this look.
Barely scratching the surface. This obsession of mine is feeling the furnace. I'm up all night.
I'm gonna make a copy of this one now. Do this, repeat the cycle till I get what I want, I think. So let's have a look and see what this looks like. Okay, I guess. Nothing revolutionary. Or maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I think I'm okay with it. It's a bit too blended, to be honest. I can decide to do away with it or not. But let me just try something else. Let me try something. Let me try something and see.
Started as a whisper, message from a new world.
Right, let's try blend mode. Let's try and see if the usual suspects will give it any more pizzazz or not. Screen kind of does the same thing. Right. Overlay. I'm selecting the right layer, by the way. Yep, I am. And I don't see any real change. Make it look better or worse. Yeah, however, I'm a sucker for realism, so I will have to probably stay the way it is. Or we just leave it the way it was. Default. I'm just thinking I could probably do some more harsh reflections and stuff, but maybe not. Maybe I'll just take off the whole thing. Just leave it the way it was. I don't know if it's adding anything to what we're doing here or not. Having said that, I'm gonna delete this one. Make that my default one. Then I'm going to make another copy of it again, so I could do something else. Let's get a brush. Let's keep saying brush. Let me get the eraser. Cool. Right, maybe a few definitives will give me a bit more clarity on this. Reflections tend to be sharp, the sharp side.
I need a scarecrow after what you did, 'cause all of the birds know that
Yeah, it's not really doing anything really. So I think I'll leave it as is. Keep that one. I'll leave that one in my queue, but I'm gonna disable it and leave the previous one. And I think we're pretty much done with this scene, but I could do other stuff as well. Background, I'm just thinking a bit more cloudiness, maybe in order. Oh, we're pretty much done. So I'm gonna enable my overall, my other layer, which I put in front of it, which is the blue hue layer. See what that looks like now. That's what we're working with now, so as you can see, this is what we come up with. I can stick with this so I can change it down the line to something else. I can change the blend mode to something else. But the key thing is that you see this scene and how it works, and it's a rain scene and you have the bitter part of the rain on the floor, the character who is drenched and people walking past him and so on. So that's what we're trying to depict in this whole series, and we finally got into the end of it. I imagine. Let's just think there's something else we want us to add. I don't overcome. Well, I won't say there's no such thing as overcomplication, but I feel like once the scene is finished, just be grateful that you're able to finish the scene. You can add so many more things. I can add so many more things in the background, foreground. I can add an umbrella. I can add a lot of different things. But I will likely do some post work on this, possibly. I'll likely amend. I will likely disable this over this layer that I have for the color, the simple color grade, and just do something else in my software of choice to get the look I want to get. So other than that, I believe we are done today. I've covered what I need to cover today, and it took us a decent amount of time to get to it. So thank you so much for joining me. My lives are usually longer, but since I finished this one, I don't want to be conflating my lives. I need to have them separate. So when I upload them to YouTube, I can upload them as is. I don't have to do any editing. That's why I try to make sure that my quality is pretty high. And yeah, there's a method to the madness, essentially. So thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to check out my website, which is yazard.me. I have a novel horror series called The German Land Saga. It's a 4-chapter series with a story on two characters, two young people, Dana and Angela, who are trying to survive the horrors that presents themselves against them, and they have to do everything to overcome those horrors in a way that you've never seen or imagined before. So feel free to download that series for a fee, just 3 clicks, and download it straight to your desktop as an ebook and read it immediately. You can also order it through Amazon for a paperback copy as well. I've got music on the website, I have an album out called The 12 Tribes of Yasharala. It's available for download for a fee as well, in the same amount of clicks, and it's a wonderful listen. I've got merchandise on the website where I have I have art pieces I've previously done on t-shirts, books, canvases, tote bags, blankets, pillowcases, bags, hoodies, t-shirts, all sort of things, phone cases even. So you can get whatever you want on my website. Just visit on there and you see it. I've got stationery as well with beautifully designed covers, which I'm sure you or your family would want, you and your kids. Feel free to be able to get it for, whoever you want and for yourself, because it's going to draw heads. Thank you so much for doing this in advance, because it supports me, it helps me. I really appreciate the help in advance, and thank you for coming to the live. Don't forget to send me a chat. Don't forget to give my live a listen. Don't forget to like my stuff and follow me. Really, really appreciate everything you guys are doing. Hope you guys have a great life. Thank God. God bless. Yazat over and out. Ciao.